Today, we go back in time to the largest tank battle ever fought in history, a battle in which over 3,000 German tanks went head-to-head with over 7,000 Russian tanks during August of 1943. This is the Battle of Kursk. Today, in our video, a smaller scale of 40 participants will now be placed on the front lines of those decisions to see if the outcome of history will change. We'll be featuring one massive round. 3 were done with about the same amount of participants and switch players from each game, getting all the same outcome. Participants in Discord on the German side are strategizing on how they're going to approach this situation before their Russian opponent comes into view. Some talk about sticking together to help themselves repair if needed, and keeping their range as German guns have a longer range advantage with their powerful cannons, and will help increase the difficulty of the oncoming Russian tank swarm to penetrate them. The main group of the Russians are seen moving to take the town and possibly give them any cover they can receive from the deadly reach of the German guns, as some advance to invade from another far end of the map, trying to get eyes on where their greatest enemy could be. From a different position, a Panzer III and Tiger II start to approach from a different side of the town, while a Panther splits away from the main group to take a more advantageous flanking position on the battlefield. The Germans find their location on where they'll be waiting for the Russian swarm to come into view. As they find this hill, they line up, one by one, next to each other and also behind the more well-armored tanks for protection, with the Ferdinands and Tiger P in front with 200 millimeters of frontal hull armor. Will this strategy that the Germans and Russians have change history? With the Russians and the Germans closing in, just being over 1,000 meters away now, each side awaits the sights of each other's first victim in their crosshairs. Who will be their first target? BT comes flying through the town trying to get eyes on anything he can see, as machine gun fire is seen shooting from the Panzer III, trying to mark and spot where the Russian tanks he thinks he just saw move through the bushes to help his teammate from across the other side on the hill. Where the BT is the first one fallen, and the Germans now know where the Russians' location could potentially be in taking the town. Panther spots an Su-152 on the far hill as it gets in a protected position and takes aim on the beginning wave that the Germans can start to see of the Russians. The Panther shot misses as the Russians look on in the direction of where the shell came from, now having an idea of where death awaits, and their invaders of the motherland are seen firing at them in the distance. How well will each team's strategy really work in recreating this in War Thunder? You will now experience the Battle of Kursk through 40 players' eyes in this recreation. The sad thing is that I found out after making this recreation that the vehicles that helped Russia win in our event, I couldn't find record anywhere that they had served during this battle. It was actually a lot harder for them. All Russia had were its T-34s, KV-1s, Su-152s, only being effective short range, Su-122, and light tanks consisting of T-60 and the T-70. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this Kursk combat battle situation we did in War Thunder. You guys stay cool and keep tanking.